Match number 4 of BBL 2020 features the Melbourne Renegades and the Perth Scorchers. Let's build our fantasy team on my 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo. I'm Ronak Kapoor and Tom Moody is all set to join me. Right, let's go to our pro tip for this one. And we're looking at the Scorchers, who've won 10 of their 12 previous matches against the Renegades. And at Hobart, teams batting first have won all of their last 5 games. Include an extra player, therefore, our pro tip says, from the Perth Scorchers, especially if they are batting first. Do you like the sound of that, Tom Moody?
Yeah, I think certainly if they're batting first, but I wouldn't read too much into the Scorchers' historical record. Purely because a lot of those wins were when they dominated the Big Bash, where their home venue was the Wacker. That's now changed. It's at the new stadium here in Perth. So certainly look into that with detail.
All right, fair enough. This game, of course, at Hobart. Now let's go to our player availability for this one. Plenty of players that still won't be available for either side. Now, Mohammad Nabi, Noor Ahmed, Imran Tahir, Imad Wasim, Cameron Boyce, James Pattinson, Will Sutherland, Marcus Harris, all unavailable for the Melbourne Renegades. And we've got Cam Green, Ashton Agar, Liam Livingston, and Jason Roy, who will miss out for the Perth Scorchers. Now, we can't always give you the very latest player availability news, so make sure you check that after the toss and the team news that's been announced by both teams. Let's go to our team. Before that, quick reminder on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, 100 credits for every user to build their fantasy team. 4 categories of players to choose from: batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. Every player's individual credit value is listed on the app. You can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team in any given contest, and we'll give you 4 substitute options as well. So stay tuned for that. Let's go to our top picks. Our captain choice, not much of a surprise. Aaron Finch is there. The Australian white ball captain does feature regularly whenever the Renegades play. They didn't have a great season last time out, but we're still going to back Australia's highest ranked T20I player in our fantasy team. He's going to be our captain choice. He's coming off a pretty decent ODI series and white ball series against India. And he did score a 68 ball 109 against the Sixers in his second to last BBL game. Vice captain choice, Shaun Marsh. Marsh's 8-year association with the Scorchers ended last season when he moved to the Renegades, and the move did work wonders for him. He was the top run scorer for the Melbourne Renegades, scoring 449 runs in 12 games, averaging just over 37, and also managed a 38 ball 55 in the first game he faced against the Scorchers. So Aaron Finch is captain, Shaun Marsh is vice captain. They give you double and 1.5 times the points respectively, so pick them really carefully. Top picks, Colin Munro is there, the hard-hitting Kiwi opener. He's been in sensational T20 form of late. Among the players in BBL Season 10, only Stoinis and Hales have scored more runs than Colin Munro in calendar year 2020. Nearly 800 runs in 27 games, averaging 32 and a strike rate of 140. So Colin Munro's there. He could even be a decent vice captain option. Andrew Tye as well. We know that he's a limited over specialist and did look a bit rejuvenated in the T20 series against India. Clocked 140 consistently. 6th leading wicket taker, picking up 72 wickets in 52 BBL games. So we're not going to look beyond Andrew Tye. And Kane Richardson as well, another Australian limited over specialist. And he did skip his IPL contract this time around, but we know that he's pretty decent in the Big Bash League over the years. Aaron Finch is captain, Shaun Marsh is vice captain, Colin Munro, Andrew Tye, Kane Richardson. Tom Moody, thoughts?
Well, it's a very impressive lot of top picks, and it's a good point you make about Colin Munro. I think that is definitely worth a consideration, whether he falls into that captain or vice captaincy position. Definitely worth considering because he is a gun when it comes to franchise cricket. Andrew Tye is another good choice given that where he bowls in the innings, bowls at the end where he gets opportunity to take wickets. Kane Richardson has got a very, very good record as well, and he's ever improving fast bowler.
All right, let's go to some differential picks now. Then Josh Inglis features, and he was someone that did get our attention last season in the Big Bash League. Had a breakthrough season in 2019-20, 405 runs with 4 half centuries, striking at over 150. And Josh Inglis is someone we're not going to keep far away from our calculations this time around. Riley Russo's there as well, the experienced left-hand stylish batsman from South Africa. Went Kolpak a couple of seasons back, and since then has gone on to become a top scorer in the BPL in 2019, and has also had a scintillating 44 ball 100 not out in the PSL 2020. So Riley Russo and Josh Inglis in our differential picks. Our full team includes Josh Inglis as a keeper option, Aaron Finch, Shaun Marsh as captain and vice captain respectively, Colin Munro, Riley Russo, Mitchell Marsh, Ashton Turner, Benny Howell, and Rutai, Kane Richardson, and Shai Richardson. Substitutes bench includes Jason Behrendorff, Fawad Ahmed, Sam Harper, and Bo Webster. Now, as I look at some alternate scenarios, Behrendorff for Shai Richardson, that could come in for your 11s. We've also got Sam Harper as a potential guy you could get in, given he also had a pretty good 2019-20 season. Whoever's likely to bat up is a potential alternate scenario. And Benny Howell can be replaced by Josh Lalor, depending on the playing 11. Let's see if Tom Moody can make sense of all of that. Tom.
Yeah, look, I like the idea of Jason Behrendorff in the playing 11, just purely because he's got a phenomenal record, swings the new ball, takes wickets in that power play. I'd be mindful of Jai Richardson and his injury situation, so there may be a good clean swap there. Benny Howell's going to be interesting to see how he adapts to Australian conditions. Very effective in England in the T20 Blast, but again, he's a very different style bowler. Definitely one to look out for. And hopefully he starts his campaign off with a fly. Ashton Turner, another one worth considering whether he's worth having in there as your all-rounder, because he's had a lean run for a period of time.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. More from you as the first week of BBL Season 10 is just underway. Make sure you look at latest team news to just confirm player availability before you confirm your fantasy side. We'll be back with plenty more expert opinion, data analysis to help you build your fantasy teams on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo.